On behalf of the United Nations and the Division for Social Policy and Development of the Department of Economic and Social Affairs, I would like to thank the New York State Division of Human Rights and the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission for inviting me to this event. It is important for the global community to learn from the experience of the state of New York and how it can be applied to translate commitment to employment rights for persons with disabilities into action at global level. Here in the UN, access to productive and meaningful work is considered to be the key to inclusion and social development. And we have learned that New York was one of the first states to pass an anti-discrimination law in 1945. Now, from 2008, 27 million people have been pushed into unemployment due to the financial crisis. And since there is very little data available, it is difficult to see its impact on people with disabilities on the labor market participation. Now, between 785 and 975 million of the more than 1 billion people with disabilities are estimated to be of working age, but most do not work. For example, both in developing and developed countries, persons with disabilities experience multiple barriers to gainful employment and sustainable livelihoods. Once barriers are removed, persons with disabilities can more effectively contribute to economic productivity, as I said, once barriers to their participation are removed. The UN is working to raise awareness and, most of all, promote knowledge on how to break down these barriers. Much progress in advancing the protection of the rights of persons with disability has been made, but we know that much more could be done. For example, among international documents on disability, the recent Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, adopted in 2006, now it is in the phase of implementation by member states, the United Nations, regional organizations, and the civil society. We are aware that there is a gap between legal frameworks for protection of rights and the daily experiences of persons with disabilities. We are working on finding innovative solutions to strengthening the linkages between policy and practice, since this is one of the challenges we face. Allow me to give you a practical example of how integration of disability can benefit not only the labor market, but persons with disabilities themselves and all. For instance, the travel and tourism industry, since persons with disabilities are both consumers and providers. Though we have to admit that the tourism industry has still not recognized the importance of tourism for people with temporary or permanent reduced mobility. As one of the top destinations for tourists, New York is uniquely positioned to take advantage of this growing market and making it a success by building partnerships, for example, between accommodation providers and users, to increase awareness of accessibility standards and to increase job opportunities for persons with disabilities in the industry, and increase awareness of disability at the workplace and contribute to diversity within the workforce. Now, before closing, let me mention a very important international conference on disability and development my division is preparing for in September next year, where heads of states will bring a global attention to disability. The theme of this high-level meeting is The Way Forward, a Disability Inclusive Development Agenda towards 2015 and beyond. This will be the first time in history the United Nations will be holding a high-level meeting of the General Assembly dedicated to the topic of disability. Would you wish to contribute with your inputs to the preparation of the meeting? A website has been set up with this in mind to stimulate discussions. The web page is www.un.org/HLMDD2013. Your experience in the field of equal employment opportunities can inspire others to contribute. Thank you.